Taylor Sheridan loves his Yellowstone franchise and proves this by releasing one prequel after another. In fact, sometimes we feel like he doesn't even sleep with the anxiety of writing scripts for all these projects at once. As far as we know, he is currently working on 10 different projects at Paramount Network. Gradually the information regarding these projects is being revealed one by one and we are getting excited for every single one of them. None would excite us more than the follow-up to the highly expected 1944 though, as it would ensure the continuation of the Yellowstone saga. Well, finally we have that official confirmation as the Yellowstone prequels will continue with a new show. This time taking place in the 1960s. Sheridan is currently considering the possibility of creating limited series based on 2 different time periods. Both of these series would focus on the Dutton family's difficulties in trying to maintain their ownership of the ranch during the 1940s and 1960s. Back in October 2022 was announced that Yellowstone prequels were about to continue with 2 new shows. One taking place in the 1940s whilst the other set in the 1960s. A couple of months ago we had the official news on the production of the new prequel show 1944, proving that we are about to time travel to the 1940s. This show is expected to be released next year, after the completion of 1923. It's rumored that Matthew McConaughey will star in the 1940s dramas The New Dutton Family Member. Since 1923 introduced us to a bunch of new characters with strong personalities. We are already excited to see what will 1944 do with its own characters. If talented actor like McConaughey takes the job, we believe there is a high chance for him to make an impact similar to the one Bram and Scanner did with his role as Spencer Dutton in 1923. Taylor Sheridan's shows take their strength from their characters, and this is what's crucial to work with great actors who can reflect the personalities of these characters on screen in perfect manner. Other than that, the time period will also carry great importance as prequel shows are essentially period dramas with an high emphasis on the setting, costumes and overall vibes of Montana of the era. Thus it's very much crucial for 1944 to embrace the post-World War II feeling the time, with perhaps a bit more emphasis on post-warts and several its characters. Nowhere does the new 1960s show land among all these prequels. First of all, there is no confirmation on the title of the series as of yet. All we know is that it will take place in the 1960s. However, it's not much difficult to follow the pattern of Sheridan when coming up with TV show names. He likes to make sure that the date that the prequel series takes place is, for instance, exactly 100 years before today. He loves decimal digits, which is why we are watching 1923 and 2023 in 1944 and 2024. Since we are expecting the news how to be released in 2025, we are also expecting it to be titled 1965. As you can guess from the title, it is in direct follow-up to 1944 with a 20-year jump ahead as in true Sheridan nature. So it will focus on the teenage years of our beloved John Dutton, as we witness how he has turned out to be the man he is today. We are likely to witness lots of father-son and even grandfather-son moments in the show, as John is very apparently influenced by the man he aspired to be when he was a young boy. For this show, the name of Kurt Russell is mentioned as he is believed to be perfect fit to play a Dutton man with huge wisdom. Naturally, he is expected to be the grandfather of John, aka a Jack Dutton that we know and love in 1923. Of course, 1923 Season 2 can present shocking reveals about the Dutton family at any time, which might change everything we know and expect regarding the family's future. For instance, one of the most common theories is that Jack Dutton is not actually the grandfather of John Dutton III. Instead, Spencer is the grandfather of John Dutton III. But since he died, Jack has been the one who raised John Dutton II, the father of our modern-day John Dutton, so we wouldn't be surprised to see Kurt Russell playing the part of old Spencer Dutton instead. The show is likely to have a Cold Watch storyline in it as well, since the period is marked by the rivalry between the US and Russia. Also, it's likely for us to see lots of hippies hanging around the Yellowstone ranch as well as human rights activists fighting for the black lives in the country. It's very likely for John Dutton III to be impacted by all these movements of the 1960s as a young man, which would be a fun watch for us. We also expect to see John Dutton's third meeting with Evelyn Dutton around this time, meaning that romance will once again take center stage in the family drama. Of course, we need 1944 to be released first to make sure of all these predictions. Nevertheless, we believe we cracked the code of Taylor Sheridan, and thus are confident in our anticipation of the new Yellowstone prequels. What are your expectations from the new Yellowstone prequel? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.